became a like a parody of himself after a while, whereas Bobby never quite had that. Bobby just stopped caring, but he was still entertaining in WCW. He just stopped caring.
I don't remember much of it. I don't remember any of his work in WCW.
I remember quite a bit of it. So
his memorable stuff is WWE, 92 Rumble, that time period. It's Not Fair to Flair, all that shit. You know, before and after that. I think that's what he's known for. He's not known. What's he known for in WCW? Really, what memorable stuff is in WCW? When Pillman pulled off his jacket.
That's one of the memorable ones.
That's not him. That's.
So my favorite, and I know if Jack is still watching, Jack will comment as well. My favorite Bobby Heenan moment from WCW, and it might be my favorite Bobby Heenan moment of all time. And again, you guys can look this match up. It is on YouTube. It is a WCW, I think, Pro or Worldwide from like a Sunday morning. And Hacksaw Jim Duggan is coming to the fucking ring. And Tony Schiavone is, oh, here comes Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And Bobby goes, oh, this guy's, few fries short of a Happy Meal. Or whatever, one of those quips or whatever. And Tony goes, oh, Hacksaw Jim Duggan is a very intelligent man. And that's all it took. Bobby Heenan at this point starts laughing uncontrollably. Non-stop. The match is going on. Tony can't get a word in edgewise because Bobby is laughing his ass off. And then the kicker is Bobby. Tony goes, he said, no, this is at his college. And Bobby goes, college! Ah! And he just keeps laughing the whole match. Bobby Heenan, that's I think my favorite Bobby Heenan moment.
Fine, but I just think his memorable stuff is on Primetime with Gorilla, doing the pay-per-views with Gorilla. That to me is, Heenan's that's his classic moments to me.
Right. I think I think WWE gave him more of the ability to get over with those. Like, you said they're classic moments, but I think they just gave him more of an opportunity.
And also, he was also managing guys too, so that gave him another avenue to do stuff.
Right, but at the same time, like for me, and again, it might just be that like I'm much younger than you, much younger than him.
Well, I said 92. What were you, 5 then?
Right, 93 for me. It was the first episode of Raw where he couldn't get in.
And then him getting,
right, but he was always like him getting thrown. But like that boy dressed up as the woman, dressed up as the rabbi. That's fucking insane. That's fucking hilarious shit.
I know what you're saying, but like when he was 91, he was blasting the Big Boss Man's mother left.
Oh my god! And then Boss Man grabbed the arm to me. I'm sorry. Listen, that was fucking Mrs. Dude.
The Big Boss Man's mother. He said his shouldn't look like the back of Nikolai Volkov's head.
He was, oh my god.
And if you're saying he's the greatest color commentator of all time, in your opinion, a lot of people think he's the greatest manager of all time.
I wouldn't put him at that, because I think he was a great manager, but at the same time, I think he really shined for color commentary.
So who's a better manager than him?
Cornette, 100%. I'd put Cornette.
I don't think so.
I'd put Cornette at number 1.
Look at this fucking jerk off.
Yeah, a guy gets into an accident, he's a jerk off.
Big bastard. I don't think Cornette was better than him.
100%, I think he was better.
Really?
Hold on.
Bobby Heenan got people over. Who the fuck did Cornette get over?
The fucking Midnight Express?
They got over on their own.
No, they did not.
They did not need Cornette.
Really?
No,
what was Dennis Condrey before he was in the tag team? What about Bobby? What did they do after the tag team? Exactly. So, I'm right once again. What did he do? The Earl of Eaton, yeah. Over.
The Dangerous Alliance? He had a singles career?
Dude, the Dangerous Alliance with a manager like Paul E. Dangerously, who might be number 2 or 3 manager for me. Well, we now know Joe's taste in wrestling is shit.
How do people say Paul? I just don't...
He was great. The entire Dangerous Alliance was fucking great.
But look at the guys he managed.
So look at the guy Bobby Heenan managed. Rick Rude wasn't going to get over on his own.
Haku? The Barbarian? The Missing Link?
Really? Those guys were main eventers? Right. They weren't. They were fucking mid-card guys. Anyway, let's go through. Scotty keeps putting...
Stud? Bundy?
I'm too young to give a fuck about Stud. We almost died there. So Scotty comes in. I can't fucking see this. My favorite Bobby Dusty moment. Bobby sets up Dusty perfectly. I can't fucking open this. Malenko vs. Guerrero. Bobby. So this Eddie kid. You wake up one morning and you're him. What's your first thought? Dusty. I think I lost a lot of weight.
What was that from?
I don't fucking remember. Probably a Nitro or something. Anyway. So... Yeah.
You know why it's hard for me to have a lot of memories of Nitro is because I always watched Raw.
Right.
And then I would watch
I
Nitro on the replay where I would switch back and
Right,
forth.
I switched between.
But Raw was the show I would watch. And I was a WWF fan.
No, so was I, but I also, like, at the same time, WCW had shit over there that I was a big fan of. Like, when I was a kid, Raven was my favorite fucking wrestler.
He was ECW to me. He wasn't
Right,
WCW.
but, like, keep in mind, my ECW experiences were set to when my uncles would tape it for me, and then I'd see them and they'd give me the tape, so I'd get, like, one episode a month, if that much. I loved it, but even then, they were much bigger fans of, like, the Sandman and the Eliminators. Those are the guys that I really paid attention to.
Eliminators are like Sandman. They were a disaster, that guy was.
Right, but they were fucking, you know, dudes who'd go to a show to drink beer, so of course.
Raven ever work Shane Douglas in ECW?
I'm sure it's somewhere. I don't think it was that good because the rest of people would have heard about it. But, like, again, I turned WCW on because I loved Raven. Loved Raven. Raven could do no wrong in my eyes. I fucking loved the cruiserweights, and I'm not talking about, like, Liz Mark Jr.
Villavano,
The Vianos.
Vianos.
Which now I watch the Vianos now. They're fucking phenomenal.
How many is there?
I think 6. Viano 5 was the
Who
last
was
big
the
one.
guy
The
that
6
did
might have
the
been something else.
graffiti? What was his name? Super Callow? Is that right?
Jimmy Graffiti was the guy who did the graffiti. Super Calo wore the mask and the hat.
I think that's what I'm thinking of.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Graffiti? Jimmy Graffiti.
Jimmy Graffiti. You know who that was?
No idea.
Gigolo Jimmy Del Rey.
Really?
In WCW, is Jimmy Graffiti. Came out kind of dressed like a fucking broke ass nasty boy. He was Jimmy Graffiti.
Wow.
But yeah, so they had that. I loved, like, fucking Ray and Chavo when the LWO was doing. First of all, La Parka, all this. But when the LWO was doing their shit,
I got a question.
I fucking loved
Was La
the
Parka
LWO.
really that guy?
No, he was not Mambo King. Mambo King was not La Parka. No matter how many times they'll say it. But anyways, I watched that. My brother loved Goldberg. My mother loved Goldberg, so we'd watch for that.
I wasn't a fan of Goldberg.
It was a highlight.
Never was.
Nobody boos an ass kicker, Joe.
I just didn't care for him.
No.
He, to me, was an Austin ripoff.
Austin didn't run through people like that. They look the same.
No, he
But
didn't.
Austin.
I just was more entertaining.
And no promos.
That's what got Austin over. And I
Yeah,
enjoyed that.
100%.
Like I said, my favorite feud wrestling ever was Austin feuding with the Hearts. The Canadian.
Yeah, no.
American.
That was at the same similar time too. But again, for me, I always made sure to turn back because I had to catch Raven. I wanted to catch whatever Goldberg was doing.
See, I think the stuff that
The
Raven did in
Cruisers.
ECW was a lot more entertaining. It was, to me, WCW just ripped it off.
Right, but again, you're missing my point. I was 97. I was 10. I wasn't staying up till 1 o'clock on Saturday nights
They
to
would
catch
show it in the
ECW.
bars. The MSG Network would have it on.
Right.
I've never seen it with an S though.
Right, I couldn't.
Like, what
so,
the fuck is this
but
shit?
I could watch at 8 o'clock on fucking Mondays, and I'd catch Raven there. So again, major fan of that, and I was making sure that I caught all that shit. But at the same time, I wasn't about to miss DX. I was not about to fucking miss anything DX did. Loved Austin. Wasn't as much a fan of The Rock until, like, he really became the fucking Rock.
I agree.
I was also big on the fucking oddities. Love the oddities. As a fun little fucking mid-card thing. Because think about it, man.
I didn't tune in to see them.
I 100%, I tell you, I definitely did. I grew up near Coney Island, so, like, going to the freak show as a kid, it's like, oh, they're doing this gimmick on TV. So it was really relatable and really fun for me to catch. I enjoyed that shit a whole bunch.
Freak.
I am.
The oddities.
They were a fucking fun little act.
You know who I miss? The guy that was the manager of the Truth Commission.
The Commandant?
The Commandant.
Oh, the Commandant.
The Commandant.
He was an actor. He wasn't a wrestler.
I know he was. I listened to that episode. I think it was something to wrestle with.
Yeah, I think the most recent one.
Commandant.
Yeah. Him and all those guys. See, the truth, but I wasn't gonna miss anything. DX did anything, I was watching that shit.
How about Los Boricuas?
So, like, I dug being a Puerto Rican kid. Like, I fucking dug it. They weren't that good.
What about the other group? What was the other group?
It's the Nation and then the Bikers.
The Bikers. Wasn't
DOA. Disciple Apocalypse. I didn't give a fuck about them. I just knew that every time they were on TV, my uncles would go, fake ass Undertaker, because he was the fucking fake Undertaker. I was fucking more a fan of, again, Puerto Rican kids.
Oh, if my son wanted to wrestle, He would be in that group with Estrada's kid. That's what we used to hear all the time.
Yeah. See, I liked Savio Vega when he first fucking started.
I never liked him. I never gave
I'll
a fuck about him.
I'll tell you why I really like Savio Vega. There's a couple of reasons. One was the fact that he came out with the Puerto Rican flag and came out to that fucking like salsa music, and I'm like, oh, this is fucking relatable. And two, my fucking grandfather is a huge wrestling fan. You know this because whenever he's in, he comes to our shows. Huge wrestling fan. Still kayfabe too. It's the sweetest thing. This fucking 80-something-year-old man still fucking thinks it's real. It's the greatest. Watching wrestling with him is so much fucking fun because he sits there and in his fucking broken ass English. But like legit, he fucking loved Savio because he used to watch him as TNT in fucking Puerto Rico. So like he was really into fucking Savio. So like of course I was.
I was into when Austin whipped him with that belt. No, never got into Savio Vega ever. There was a lot of guys, characters. I just like the Sultan and fucking Quang or the Savio.
Yeah.
Al Snow's 50,000 gimmicks. I didn't like.
Right, but that was at the time when like everyone had 50,000 gimmicks. So they were throwing shit at the wall to see what stuck.
I liked Flash Funk because I like Too Cold Scorpio.
Right, Scorpio's gonna get over no matter what you do with him because Scorpio is just fucking wonderful.
Who else? I'm trying to think who else was around at that time.
The Goon.
He wasn't even the Salvage Self Sincere or Tom Brandy. Didn't like that.
Again, they just gave people gimmicks and
Team
shit at
Tech
the wall.
2000.
Techno Team 2000.
Techno Team, whatever.
Eric Watts.
And another guy. I don't know who the other guy was. I've seen Eric Watts at WrestleCon. I didn't even know who the fuck he was.
And Jimmy Doodoo.
You know who I did like? A guy that Johnny hated. His name was Fantasio or something like that.
Oh yeah, everyone hated him.
Why?
Because he was kind of a piece of shit from what I hear. Everyone that I hear from like the fucking Memphis area, like friends I have in wrestling.
Is that where he was from?
Yeah.
He used to pull out the referee's underwear and shit like that?
Yeah, he had one match on Raw and that was it.
He did some of the Saturday morning syndicated shows.
Yeah, but he had one match on Raw.
Long, no.
He was Memphis, he was around for ages. There's a feud that I was watching fucking when I was catching up on like old ass Memphis stuff. And it was just like a whole couple months of like him. He was the babyface. People loved him.
Who else was around there like that time? Battle Cat. Fucking Conan played the part of Max Moon. Like,
yeah, but that was a bit early. That was the earlier 90s.
Okay, sure.
Max Moon's last appearance was the 93 Rumble.
Was that Paul Diamond at the time?
Yep. Showed up a couple months later on ECW as Paul Diamond. So
Bastion Booger or whatever the fuck.
Dude, fucking, I'll say this.
I like Norman the Lunatic.
Right, so you like Norman Lunatic because you got bad taste in wrestling. But we've already established this, don't worry. But no joke, on one of the Dave Meltzer tapes that I got, it was the feud between Owen Hart in Calgary and Muckin' Singh, who was Mike Shaw.
Right.
Bastion Booger, all the fucking gimmicks.
I like a lot of Owen Hart stuff.
Dude, but those matches were fucking awesome. And Mike Shaw, despite the fact that he was a big fat tub of shit, could fucking move around, and he was bumping like a motherfucker for Owen Hart. They called him the Big Toilet Bowl.
Why?
I don't know. Every promo, Owen would sit there, and you, Muckin' Singh, you Big Toilet Bowl! Every fucking promo. I guess it was this thing. They just called him a
Was
toilet
Owen
bowl.
the same up there? He obviously was a face up there, correct?
Big baby. Well, none of the Hearts could be heel.
Look at this. Look, you believe this shit?
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
Blew the wheel right off his fucking.
God damn. That ain't cool, man. Anyway. Well, we'll leave it at that for this week. We thank you so much for joining us. You can check us
Still have
out.
time to drive?
I know, but I'm trying to show this fucking Macho Man thing to you, you jerk. You check us out on all forms of social media.
That's Tom Juba.
Warriors of Wrestling, he's gone, long gone. I told him to shut up and he left. WarriorsOfWrestling.com for all your wrestling needs. Warriors of Wrestling on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. WOW TV Live for everything related to Warriors of Wrestling videos, promos, studio taping matches, etc. You can check me out on all forms of social media at King of Chaos NYC. This Saturday night, you could check me out at Capital Wrestling in Jersey City, making their Jersey City return. It's gonna be fun. You should be there if you live in the New York, New Jersey area. What else is going on? Fuck it, show up, down. And the week after that, the King of New York Tournament 2018. Too many fucking guys to name. Check everything out related to the King of New York. All the stuff up. All over. All over social media, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. We got all this shit up. Yes, Nikki Adams is in it. You jackass.
What about the other 15 guys?
I'm good. As long as frat boy Farva loses, I'm happy. For the